everyone, welcome back to Heart and Soul Homes. My name is Monica. Today we are making my favorite and my family's favorite banana bread. So let's get into it. Okay, so the original recipe is from the Magnolia, the first version, Magnolia Table. But I kind of, you know, like usual, tweak it a little bit, and I think it gives it just even better tasting. But it is in this cookbook, but you want to kind of look at some of the things that I add into it. So first off, we've got 3 or 4, you know, real ripe bananas. And you just want to mash them up real good. And that is, you know, real key. Get it real mashed up really fast. Okay, so then our wet ingredients that we're going to add to the banana first is 1 stick of salted butter, melted, okay, and then in here, just for ease, I went ahead and got everything ready. We've got 2 large eggs, a teaspoon, a little bit over a teaspoon of vanilla, and I also add in, my difference is I add in a teaspoon of almond extract, and I use almond extract in all of my baking. It just gives it, I don't know what it does, but it just gives it such a rich and different taste. So that's what's in here. Okay. And then we've got 1 cup of brown sugar. And I'm just gonna whip that up real quick here. Okay, so then what I'm gonna add is my dry ingredients. And before you start this, I always preheat my oven, 350, and I prepare my dish. And this, it's a banana bread, but it's almost like a banana cake. So I typically like to use this type of pan, and then I always put wax paper down in there because it's just easier to pull this out and then cut it that way. But you could also use a spray, a cooking spray to prepare your pan. You could also put this in a banana bread, like a loaf. That's totally fine. I've tried to do it with cupcake or like muffins, and it never really worked that great for me. But so I always do it this way, and we kind of just make it into small squares and we just grab it, or it's like a cake. So just a little quick update on that. Okay, so my dry ingredients are going to be 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add that and go ahead and give that a mix. Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of move this around a little bit. Okay, so this is the consistency you're gonna want with your banana bread. It's pretty cake-like looking. Okay, so once you've got your batter exactly how you want it, the difference that I add, now you could add in some crushed up nuts. A lot of people in my family don't really like the nuts in banana bread, but what I add is like some kind of a baking chip. Chocolate chip, white chocolate. I've done butterscotch, that's really good. So today we're doing white chocolate, okay? And it's basically just a 1/2 of a bag I add to it. Just mix this in real nice. Okay. And then we are ready to put in our baking dish. And I've got it, you know, we're in Arizona, so the AC is on all the time. So it's kind of blowing all over the place, but I just, you know, get everything in. Switch hands here. It's a real quick and easy recipe. You know, I tend to always have some extra bananas. You know, I'll use them for my smoothie buckets, or I'll make a nice batch of banana bread up. But I always have extra bananas, it seems. We don't ever get everything eaten. But it's just, you know, it's a pretty simple recipe. But gosh, it is so good. And everybody loves this. Everybody loves this. What was different to me, you know, all through the years I've made banana bread, and it always had both kinds of sugars and all that kind of stuff. What makes it really good, which is in the original recipe, is you put brown sugar in, but then the white sugar just goes on top, and it makes a real crispy topper to it, and it's so good. So what I do is I just sprinkle the sugar all on top, because I like it to have a nice crispy coating of the sugar on top. So I just, you know, pack it all around, get it all good. That's probably good. And then you put it in the oven, 350 for 50 to 55 minutes. When you're done, I'll show you what I do. I use a toothpick and I put it in the middle just to make sure it's done. But it's ready to go in the oven. So right now, while I've got this cooking and everything for my 50-55 minute, I'm gonna go ahead and use that time to clean up my mess here. But I just wanna remind you, please check out my Instagram. We'll put it here down below. Monica at Heart and Soul Home. You know, I have a lot of behind the scenes or just cute little pictures of the family, and just extra pictures of gardening and stuff like that I do, or updates. So please make sure you join me there too. Okay. We'll get back when we're done with the baking. Okay, so my banana bread is done. I'm gonna take my toothpick and I'm gonna just double check. Comes out clean. That's perfect. That's exactly what you want. Okay, so why I like to use the wax paper is because I can just lift it out of the pan, move that aside, and then I can just, it's nice and warm, but it's okay to cut, and then I can just cut it into, you know, the size of pieces that I want. Oh, it just looks absolutely perfect. And I'm kind of excited to try the with the white chocolate chips, because I have not done that before. But it's what I had on hand, and why not try something new and see how it is. So then how I keep it, how I display it and store it is I've got my platter here, and I just stack them on here. Oh, they just look so delicious. Okay. And that way everybody can just grab some as they want. I can stack on top. You can clearly see through the glass, you know, what it is. And I think it just is a nice way to display your yummies. So I'm just gonna finish putting these up here. It's just extremely moist and delicious. And then, you know what? I don't have to really, I kind of rinse out my pan, but it's clean. And I'm sorry if the sound is a little off, but you know, again, we are in Arizona, it's 112, so the AC is always running. But I'm gonna just give it a little try. The white chocolate is very good. I would definitely recommend that. And I mean, cleanup is like done. Cleanup is done. So then I just put my lid on, and that's how we display it. So I you guys try this recipe. I hope you will please link below if you did try it, if you like it, if you made any, you know, changes to the recipe. I'd love to hear about that. Whatever your best recipes are or your banana bread recipe, I would love to try them. So comment down below if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and that you go over to the bell and you hit the notification and all. That way you are, oh look at, we're steamed up. That way you are notified of all my videos that come out. I'm gonna let this cool down a little bit more before I steam it all up. Have a great day. I appreciate you and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.